Hey, this is a quick tutorial about how to use the pen tool in Adobe Illustrator. The pen tool is used to create a trace of an image if you want like a silhouette, something like that. You can see here the original image I used, the elephant, and then I created some kind of graphic here that could be used as a logo. I'll briefly show you how to do this. If you just go to File and Open any file that you want. So I had this picture of an elephant. I'm going to zoom in and choose the pen tool on the side. Right now it has no fill and no stroke. If I double click here, it will allow me to pick a color, and I want something bright that's going to show up. I can always change the color later. I don't know why it reverted its settings, but I'll fix it up. I want red. The way the pen tool works is you have to tell it where to start. So I clicked here, and I clicked here again. But when I clicked the second time, I held my mouse button down and dragged, and it creates what's called a handle here. And that allows you to change the arc of the line that you're drawing. When I start the next segment, I have to predict where I want the line to end. So I click where I want it to start off the last point. This is where his ear meets his body, so that'll be where I'll make it end. And if I click and drag the mouse around, this takes a little getting used to, but I can kind of try to match the arch of his back. Okay, click where I left off, come up to the top, click and drag. And the less points you have along a line, the better it will look in the end product, the smoother. This one's relatively straight, but I'll give it a little bit of a curve. Since his ear is a very compound curve, I probably have to do this in 2 clicks. Start here, click to here. Did something funny. Since his head is a compound curve here, I'll have to start with 1. Come down here. I don't like that. Any tight turns need multiple points or nodes to make them happen. So you can see I got a pretty good outline going. Once I connect back to my first point, I'll just show you. Then the computer would allow me to select a fill and fill the shape. That's basically how I created this outline. So I created the elephant first, then I typed out an E, did create outlines, and used the Pathfinder tool to cut the E through the elephant itself. if I wanted to change my fill to a gradient, I can choose right here where it says gradient, and that's how I made this into a gradient. We did a lot of things with text as well afterwards, where you can, whatever shape that you create, you can also make text curve along it. If I go here to a type on a path tool, I could come to my elephant. Let me zoom in here. Make my font a little bit bigger. And you can incorporate this in your logo if that's something that you want for effect. Just move this out of the way. So that's a quick tutorial about how to use the pen tool. The other option is, if you want to get text to curve a certain way, right, you could just do a line with the pen tool. And then, let's see, no fill, no stroke. Ooh. Let's say I wanted the text to curve along that. I can use my text on a path tool and just type like that to create the effect of curved text.